it's Alexis, and this is my second vlog. Yay! Well, right now I'm recording it on my phone because I'm really tired. Today was a pretty long day. I actually woke up at a normal human hour. I woke up around 9, and I just hung out, watched some TV with my dad. We watched the soccer game, and then he went out to go do something, and my mom was already out. So I was going to go to the gym, but then I ended up not going because I couldn't find my bag, so I couldn't find my wallet and my keys and my Metro card and all that other stuff. So I decided to use the apps that I downloaded on my Kindle. These really cool they're like 10-minute workout apps, and then they kind of mix, and you can like mix it up, and so you get a different workout every day. So since it was like pretty warm and nice, I did it outside of my backyard, which was fun, and then hung out with my dogs and just chilled out in the backyard after working out. And then I came inside and I started tinkering with this camera I bought at this like mini flea market last weekend. And I love vintage cameras. I think they're really cool. Well, I love photography in general, digital or film. I don't really care as long as you're having fun and you take great pictures. I love it. But recently I've gotten into collecting vintage cameras because I just love the pictures that they take and all the other fun stuff. So let me show you the one I got. So this is, can you see it? An Agfa Carat, and I think it's Agfa Carat number 4. It was made in the 1960s, I believe, this one. Or actually the 50s. No, I don't remember. But they were made this one was made in the 50s. They were made from the 1920s to the 1950s, and this was the last one that they came out with. And they all pretty much kind of look like this, but the earlier ones had this really cool art deco that made in the 1920s, the art deco around the lens here. And this one I found at the flea market for $8. Usually on eBay they go for like $200, $300, and those aren't working. This one is working, so it comes out like, oh wait, oh, oops. Hold on, I'll show you it again. So you press this little guy right here, and then it pops out like that, and it uses 35mm film. And yeah. Let's see. The only thing with these guys is that after a while, the focus ring right here actually kind of broke this. But my dad got me this glue, so this special metal glue, so I'm gonna fix that. The focus ring gets a little rusty. So since I got it, I've been cleaning it up, and every time I get a chance, I've been adding a little bit of lighter fluid to it because I looked up online on how to fix the focus ring so that it can move, so it's not stuck. And a lot of forums said that lighter fluid was a really good lubricant. So I've been doing that. I've been opening it up and tinkering on the inside, I forget what this thing is called. The winder? Yes, the winder, film winder thingy. Haha, I'm such a camera expert. The film winder thing, it was stuck too, so I opened it up and just played around. A spring was loose in there, so I reattached it. And another thing that's a little, the shutter in here is it's stuck, it's not working. So I don't know how to fix it. And I looked on a few websites, but I don't really understand the instructions and what they're talking about, so I'm going to try to find a camera store, most likely in Boston, to kind of clean up the shutter so I could use it. I'm really excited. And then today, there is this secondhand shop in Five Points, Queens. Five Points is this graffiti area. It's near PS1. They have really cool graffiti. And they also have like cute little shops like around there. And there's this thrift store called the Fancy Fox. It recently opened maybe a month ago. And I randomly wandered in there on the first day it opened, on its grand opening, and I bought this really cool sweater. And the lady who ran the shop, she was so nice. And I follow them on Facebook and Twitter. And recently they added tons of pictures of like new inventory on Facebook, and they added a picture of a Sears Tower Flex. I think it's a Sears Tower Flex 2. I only saw like the front of it. I didn't see everything about it, but I'm pretty certain it's a Sears Tower Flex 2. And basically it's a type of Rolleiflex. It's those like rectangle cameras where the two lenses are on top of each other and you kind of look down and through the top of it. So I was so excited about it because I've been looking for one, for a Rolleiflex or something similar to it. But on eBay, they usually go for like in the thousands, and then the only ones that are cheap are broken ones, and those like they only sell them for parts because they're just broken beyond repair, and then just taking it up to a place to get it repaired would be too much. So I commented on the picture and I asked like how much was it, and the lady said it was $100. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cheap. Like, where can you find a Sears, a working, in perfect condition, a Sears Tower Flex? So I was so excited, but I was like, wait, I don't have $100 to spare at the moment because like I'm moving to Boston. I have to pay my May rent, and I have to start paying back my student loans and all the other stuff. So I know I just on a whim I sent her a message asking if I could like pay for half of it now and then half of it when I start my job in the next 2 or 3 weeks, or whenever I get some money from my parents or something. And she said yes. So I'm going by this week. Sometime this week you'll know when I go by, to check out the camera, make sure it's in working condition, and I guess I'll pay her the first $50 or $60 when I go by there, and then I will have my camera. Oh my god. So in my collection of vintage cameras, I have this guy, my Agfa Carrot, and I have a Mamiya Sector. This one's a German camera, and I have a Mamiya Sector. Yeah, Mamiya Sector, and that's a Japanese camera from the 1960s. And then I have this really cool Polaroid that I recently acquired. I do not exactly remember where that one's from, but I know it's probably 70, from the pictures from the manual it came with, probably like mid-70s to early 80s, but I think more mid-70s. And then along with the buyer that I bought that camera from, he's a guy I follow on Twitter. He posts lots of vintage photos. He loves vintage things, but he was getting rid of his old cameras just because when I talked to him, he said that he has a MFA in photography, and right now he's just been using his iPhone, and he hates that all these cameras that he has are just sitting around and not being used. He's like, this is not why I have these cameras. So he was selling them on Tumblr the one I bought, it was $60, and he threw in a free Holga. And that Holga, it's one of the older ones that came out, so I think that one's like 80s. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I like collecting vintage cameras because they're so much fun. I love like tinkering with them and playing around with them. And at BU there is a dark room, and if you're part of the photography club, you get to use the dark room for free. But there's paper, liquids, and all other stuff and that you can use. So I'm part of the photography club. I haven't been there this year, so When I go back, I'll rejoin again, and then I'll have all my fun things like all my new cameras to play with and take tons of pictures with. So I'm really excited for that. Well, I just finished taking a shower, and well, what time is it? It's like 7 or 8 o'clock or something. I don't know. But I have to clean out my closet because it's just really messy, and I just want to sort out clothes that I want to sell on this website from this girl at BU, and things I want to take back to Boston with me, and things that I'll donate, and things I'll probably give to my sister, and tons of other stuff. So I'm going to go do that now, or go take a nap and then do that. I know, but I know it's like around 7 o'clock. But yeah, so today was fun. If you guys know any good camera fixing, re- camera, camera repair shops in Boston or in New York that is reasonably priced and also are very good, like they won't rip me off, then totally tell me about them because um, I would like to go to one to fix the shutter on this guy. And also I just like to learn more about how to fix cameras because I like doing that. So, bye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.